Hello students, welcome back. So students, in last lecture we already discussed about the classification of market on the basis of location or area of coverage. So as I told that there are 12 bases of classification on which we can classify the market or we can classify the agricultural market. So in last session we already completed the location or place and area of coverage. So now we are going to discuss on the basis classification basis on the time span. So on the basis of time span there are three types of market. The first one is short period market, second one is long period market, and third one is secular market. So short period market means what? A market which held for a few hours, or we can say the market which is open only for some hours or for a short period. So that is we called as a short period market. So here it is given that the market which are held only for a few hours are called as short period markets. So market which is open only for few hours, those market are known as a short period market. So the product deals within these markets are highly perishable in nature. So which types of commodity bought and sold in short period market? So those are the highly perishable commodities. So commodity which are highly perishable in nature, those are sold in short period market. So what are the examples of highly perishable in nature? So those are fish, fresh vegetables and liquid milk. So these commodities are highly perishable in nature, and those are sale, or we can say bought and sold in a short period market. So students, in every market on the basis of period you have to remember the hours for which market is open. Second one is what types of commodities are bought and sold in that particular market, and third one, what are the examples of those markets. So I think short period market, it is clear now. The market which held for few hours, which deals with highly perishable in nature, and the fish, fresh vegetables and liquids are the examples of the short period market. And one more thing, in a short period market the prices are based on the demand of commodity. There is not focus is on what is the supply, but they only focus on what is the demand for that product. So demand is one of the major factors which determine the prices in short period market. Then second type based on time span, that is long period market. So its name, it is a self-explanatory, long period. So market which held for a long period is called as a long period market. So these markets are held for long period than the short period. So it is a longer than a short period market. The commodities are traded in for some time. So commodities traded in these markets are less perishable. So the nature of commodity are less perishable as compared to short period market, and can be stored for some times. Means in a long period market those commodities are traded which are less perishable as compared to short period commodities. These are food grains. So what are the examples of commodities which are traded in the long period market? So those are the food grains and oil seeds. So food grains and oil seeds are the less perishable as compared to fish and vegetables, and we can store for some times. But here one more thing you have to remember, that the prices are governed by the supply and demand. So in short period prices determined by the demand only. In long period prices are determined by demand as well as supply of a commodity. Then third one, that is secular market. So third type on the basis of time duration. The first one is secular. So secular means permanent. So market of permanent in nature is known as a secular market. So which held for a permanent nature. So those markets are known as a secular market. The commodities traded in these markets are durable in nature and can be stored for many years. So in a secular markets, the commodities traded, those are durable in nature and those can be stored for many years. And the examples of durable goods or examples of the commodities which are traded in secular markets are machinery and manufactured goods. So manufactured goods means it may be the mobiles, it may be the your gold ornaments or some metal ornaments, or you can say some vessels. So all those markets are permanent in nature. So this is the classification on the basis of time span for which market is held. Then second basis of market classification, that is volume of transaction. So in a volume of transaction, there are two types of market. The first one is wholesale market and second one is retail market. So wholesale market is one in which commodities are bought and sold in a large lots or in a bulk quantity. So as in last session we already discussed the what is mean by wholesaler. So in market functionaries, wholesaler is one of the middlemen which present in a marketing channel. So what is a wholesale market? So wholesale market means a market where the commodities are bought and sold in a large lots, in a bulk quantity. So those markets are known as a wholesale market. So transaction in these markets takes place mainly between traders. So the transaction in wholesale markets are mainly happens between the traders. So there may be the trader from village or trader from primary wholesaler or secondary wholesaler. So in a wholesale market, the goods are bought and sold in a bulk quantity, it is in a large quantity. They will not sell a single piece to customers, but if customers are ready to purchase in a bulk quantity, then they can sell it. So that is a wholesale market. And then second one on the basis of volume of transaction, that is retail market. So retail market is one in which commodities are bought by and sold to the consumer as per their requirement. So here it is bought and sold as per the requirement of customers, means in the retail market there is no any restrictions on the commodity for transactions. Mean if customer they want a single piece, they want a single product, even that product is given to the customers. That is a retail market. So retail, in a marketing channel, retailer comes after the wholesalers. So transaction in these markets are placed between retailers and consumers. So who are the intermediaries in this channel, who are the parties involved in the retail market? So those are retailers and consumers who deal in a retail market. So the retailers purchase in wholesale market and sell in a small lots to the consumers. So retailers who purchase from the wholesalers, they take a product from the wholesalers and then they sell that product to the consumers. So this is the retail market. So these markets are very near to the consumers. So retail markets are very near to the consumer. So market, this question may be asked in your objective, which of the market is very near to the customer. So it not on the village market or it is the market which is near to house of the customers, but it is the sense that it is a retail market which has a direct contact with customer. That's why it is called as a near to the consumer. Then next basis of market classification, that is nature of transaction. So how your commodity is selling in a market, that is the main base of this type of classification. So in this type, the first one is spot or cash market. So first type is spot or cash market. So market in which goods are exchanged for money immediately after the sale is called as a spot or cash market. So what is meant by spot or cash market? So spot or cash market is a market where goods are exchanged for money. So there is a transaction between buyers and sellers on a spot. Selling of the goods are hand over to the consumer, and consumer will pay the whatever the price for that product. So whatever transaction is happens, it is on the spot at the same location, at the same place, or we can say there is a finalization of a transaction or completion of a transaction at a same time at same place, then it is called a spot or cash market. And the second type, which is based on nature of transaction, that is the forward market. So market in which the purchase and sales of commodity takes place at a time t, but exchange of commodity takes place on some specified date on future, that is time t plus 1. So it is a forward market. Forward market means what? Suppose today buyers and sellers has a deal. They decided that the buyers will supply the commodity of 5 rupees per kg to the consumer. So they decide today, they decide price, they decide quality, whatever they decide today, but producer will deliver that product maybe after 5 days, maybe after 1 week or 1 month or 2 week, whatever time period they have decided, and same date there will be the payment of money. So that is a forward market. So if the deal takes place at a time t, means whatever the today's time, but there is a transaction in future date, that means t plus 1. So whatever the 1 means whatever the period they have decided. So this type of market is known as a forward market. So sometimes even on a specified date in a future t plus 1, there may not be any exchange of commodity. So sometimes it happens in a sometimes there is not necessary to exchange of a commodity, but there is only the make a payment, that is difference in between purchase and sale price are paid or taken. So in a forward market, the transaction is delivery of product is not necessary. Sometimes whatever the price difference between that, suppose there is a one product which is stored in a warehouse and the consumer are ready to purchase that product. So whatever the price at that time, that may be paid by the consumer to the customers, consumer to the producers, but he will not take that product from wholesaler. He may carry that product in a wholesale, it may be in a warehouse for a longer period, but there only make a payment. Commodity it will be present, it will be remains at the location where it was previously taken. So that is a forward market. So for example, contract farming. So contract farming is one of the type of forward markets. So in a contract farming, the deal is done on a specified date, means on a, suppose it done on a today, but transaction may be after the 5 days or after a 10 days or after a some time period. So that is a forward market. So students, you have to remember forward market and spot or cash market. Then the second basis of classification of market or second type of dimension of market, that is on the basis of number of commodities. So in this type of market, the market is classified as how many commodities are traded in a market. So how many goods are bought and sold by the parties involved in the marketing. So those market are known as the market classification on the basis of commodity transaction. So on the basis of that, the first one is general market. So general market means, what is mean by general market? So general market means a market in which all types of commodities such as food grains, oil seeds, fiber crops, gur, etc. are bought and sold is known as general market. So general market means market in which all types of commodities are bought and sold by the buyer and seller. So this market is open for all types of customers and all types of sellers. Every commodity you will find, or most of commodities you will find in a general market. So this market deals in a large number of commodities. So general market deals with large number of commodities. So you will find oil grains, oil seeds, you will find the food grains, you will find the fiber crops, even you will find the fruits and vegetables at some locations or at some part of that market. You may find the clothes in that market, you may find the shoes. So many commodities you will find in a one market, that is known as a general market. And second type, on the basis of number of commodities, that is specialized market. So specialized market is a market where transaction takes place only in one or two commodities. So if that market is open for, or in that market there is a trading of only one or two commodities, then it is known as a specialized market. So the specialized market is for every group of commodities, separate markets exist. So every group of commodities, they have the separate market. There is not a general market, but there is a separate market for each commodity. And the examples of specialized markets are food grains market. So food grains market, you only find the food grains. In vegetable markets, you only find the vegetables, or wool market or cotton market. So these are the some examples of specialized market. So friends, in today's session we completed the 6 types of classification. On the basis of location we already covered, then area of coverage, then we completed on the basis of commodity transaction, then on the basis of volume of transaction, then which one? Then we completed the time duration of a market. So, and this was about today's session. So students, if you have any questions, you have any doubt regarding the today's lecture, then you can ask me on our group. So thank you for watching this. Thank you.